today. So we're here in creative mode and I've set up a little block palette for my uncorruptor. I'm going to be building two of these. So one's going to have the green and yellow and the other is going to have the teal creeper face and purple as the highlight colours. So I've not done a creative mode build before, at least not on stream. So I don't entirely know how this is going to go. And I need some glass as well. So I figured it would be most sensible to build the inside out first. And then I'll know how big the outside needs to be. So first up, I want to have a little water column in the middle. Not for any particular reason, just a little water column. And then I'm not going to bother putting water in there at the moment. Then I was going to have the frog lights coming, probably not like that, around here as a sort of power input for it. I don't know if I want to use the quartz stairs or if I should pick a different colour. I guess once I've decided what I'm building the floor and stuff out of, maybe that'll help me to decide. Hello! How are you doing today? Are you ready for lots of trial and error and things looking weird? So I'm going to build two of these, one on the northwest and the other on the southwest side of my world. And they're both going to be over water, which also makes for an interesting issue. But we'll get to that later. I need a floor block, and I hadn't actually thought about that. So for the outside, I would like to use snow just because I can get it really easily. And it's kind of interesting. And that's white concrete, which looks so grey when you put it up against something that's actually white. I've also got quite a lot of iron blocks. So I might try and incorporate those in the build somewhere. I think if I did a white floor, then that would just look a bit too stark. So I want this to look sort of like scientific, because it's a machine that I'm building that's going to remove the corrupted chunks from my world and replace them with what should have been there all along. So it needs to look kind of sciencey, but I also want it to have, you know, some sort of warmth to it. And yeah, already just laying this out is going to be much bigger than I'd imagined it in my head. I guess I could move these in one. If I just... is that going to look weird? If I have that... Oops. Going up like that instead. Maybe. I would kind of like a... I kind of like the gap in between. So the frog lights are going to be the power source for this thing, which is going to hold the blocks that are being shot out. Okay. Yeah, I like this, but I don't like the glass touching. So I wonder if I could maybe do some sort of trapdoor. I want it to be a see-through trapdoor, which limits my options. I could use the warp trapdoor. Maybe. I do like warp wood after all. Potentially that could work. Although I wasn't... Another thing I was wondering is if I should cover these up or just leave them open like that. Oh yeah, copper trapdoors are a thing as well. Which I always forget. Probably want to use the waxed one if I'm going for color gradients, because this would give me more options. You do make a fair point there, I will admit. Yeah, I guess the problem now is the corner piece, but that could be changed easily. Ooh. That could be sort of a bit weird. So if I do that, that's going to block the water there. This will be water. I guess it doesn't matter if it floods, so stick some water in there. Yeah. Okay. So it could just be an open water source there. That could be fun. But like all of the jungle and the acacia, the mangrove, they're just the cherry trapdoor. They're just not the right colors. So I've actually only got the warped ones. And oak is, it's okay. But it's not great. So I could change this corner for that. Okay, maybe. I do like the sort of tucked in version rather than it spreading out that way. I must admit. Just looks, I don't know, nicer, I think. But I want is that? Oh, that's not waxed. Whoops. I want a weather copper stair to go on this corner here. And I just got rid of my trapdoor. That was silly. So yeah, I have no idea how close we're going to get to a finished build at the end of this. But at least I will make some progress. And then once I've built this in my world and actually tested the whole process of deleting chunks and stuff without breaking everything, then I can actually upgrade to the next version, which would be very exciting. Okay, now I need to decide, well, it's an easy decision for me because it'll probably be that one. What I'd like, and obviously don't have access to, is like a white trapdoor which had holes in it. Or purple. Or a proper blue. But this one's sort of at the back, so you won't see it anyway. Copper trapdoor. No, copper trapdoors aren't purple. In any way, shape, or form. And I guess I could try the crimson trapdoor. But I think... Try the cherry trapdoors just for fun. I think that might be a bit too much of a difference here. Oh, not star. Stair. What am I doing? Weathered. Because I think that's... Yeah, because I've only got 3 of these. Oh, I need to move that one closer as well. So this side is going to have some other things. Very helpful there. Some red stainy bits, which do nothing in particular at the moment. But maybe one day they could do something. So I've got a few ideas for putting some little redstone bits in here, but I'm not actually going to build any of that or attempt to build any of that on stream. I'm probably not using... Okay. Well, I think that needs changing up. I don't want my trap doors flipping. Flap doors tripping. That doesn't work. I'm assuming current passes through these dudes. And again, I've got the problem with oxidization levels if I use that one. Sadly, I can't use this because part of the problem is I don't have... I've got a little area of skulk, but it doesn't have any of the fancy skulk stuff. So I don't have any access to skulk sensors. That would look quite cool. But unfortunately, is not an available option. Yes. Everyone loves pipes that just fall apart. Does that not trigger that getting powered? Fine. Right. Okay, but that doesn't seem to power the trapdoor, so that could be an option. And it just turns on and off. Right, let's stick a note block down here just for testing purposes. Okay, so I can have some sort of little light that dances and does funky colours. That is good to know. Probably not going to be at that oxidization level, but it's all just a sort of concept at the moment. So I'm going to move this one closer and also try out some of the other... Can't put the trapdoor in the corner. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. This one might need some sort of, don't know, junction box or something there then, as I can't put a trapdoor here. And I think it's going to look strange if I've just got bits of frog light hanging out. Okay, you can stay where you are then. And I'll put something else here. I'll have a think about that. For now, it's just going to be some more redstone that's going to look there for no reason. Okay. The purple's not that bad, actually. Well, it's kind of more of a crimson, as the name might imply. It does have a bit of pinky tone to it. Or the other option would be like literal pink. But I'm just not as much of a fan. I think I prefer the purple as providing more contrast. If I didn't have the orange, then maybe the cherry wood be alright, but I think I'm going to give these a try. Okay, so I've got that there. Yeah, they do give more of an industrial vibe. And that is sort of what I'd like to go for here, because it is a machine for sorting out corruption somehow. Insert law here. So this other side of the tube, maybe I'll just do, so observers are just standing in for random redstone stuff. Although they kind of like, they do have a nice pattern, but they are also rather expensive to make. So I'm not sure, oops, if I want to actually use a lot of decorative observers, but I shall play around at some point with options there. But yeah, maybe I'll just have this as some sort of another redstone stack that doesn't do anything, or I was just thinking maybe I could have just a crimson block or plank here instead. But yeah, just something that I don't need to cover with a trapdoor, because I can't, basically. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Okay. So the other things I want in here are some sort of like desk or control console. But I also need a door. And I don't, because the logical place for a door to go would also be here. I guess the console could sort of surround this. I was thinking of having it against a wall, but maybe it could like go around here potentially. Because I think this is the most logical place to have a door, because it's the shortest side and it's also the one that doesn't have a massive tube going. It's got a little tube. Yeah, so maybe the door does go here. I think 5 wide is good. So I do need some sort of wall here as well. Right, that's 5. So I wouldn't be able to put anything against that wall here, but that's probably not an issue. So if I grab one of my blocks, that's... The white is just so boring. I think the snow is going to be too busy, probably. So what I'm thinking is basically just a plain tube with some windows in it. I don't know why I'm doing it up here, because this level will also need to be covered, so I could just build it like that and it'd be a lot easier. Yeah, now this looks weird because it's not filled in. Okay, so I need a door, which is going to be an iron door. I didn't mean to type then. I was just tapping on my keyboard while I was thinking. Yep, that's really narrowing it down there. And then green and gem golden bartering farm. Yeah, I don't have that farm. I do have a farm though, so I probably could just make a load of observers if I wanted to, because it's, you know, I do have those farms available. Yeah, this is gonna look weird. Plain white. Yeah. I'm hitting all of the I can't think of the word. Tropes. That's not quite the word I'm looking. Stereotypes? But yeah, this is a science facility and I want it to immediately look recognizable as a science facility. Oh god, it's so grey. Why is it so grey? Oops, I just broke the door. Never mind. This is the other reason why I do things in creative, because it's so much easier for trying stuff out and replacing things when I break them. And I can fly, which is fun. Now I have 2 iron doors. Right. We have a door. I also need a way into this thing. Which will depend on how it's attached to the ground, but I'll get to that later. Worry about that in a minute. Okay, so what color window shall I have? I could go crazy and have the accent colors as the windows. That might be a little bit too much. But it would look very distinct if I did it like that. It would certainly stand out. I don't know how tall I should make this either. Maybe not too tall, because I also want to build something on the roof. If I can. Although I probably want something hanging from the roof as well. I don't know. My brain goes straight to lightning rods. So I definitely want some skulk. I think probably up in the ceiling. Which I will need to go and harvest. But I do have, like, I've got the tiniest sliver of deep dark available to me. Maybe an amethyst cluster on the end of something. Okay, let's pull that out. Skulk. Where are you, Skulk? That's not how you spell skulk. There we go. So I can definitely get that block, but I don't think I can get anything fancier. Okay. It's not going all the way up here. I'm just using it as a temporary block. That might be too high. Or end rods. I guess end rods are always good. So yeah, we could try an end rod. We could try a lightning rod. They're not called copper rods. I don't think I want a chain. I can't place that on there. Darn it. Right, we're gonna go a couple. Not like that. End rod. Okay, I think the copper rod is better. I'm sad that I can't place that underneath there, but I think it does need a full block. And then if you place the block, it gets destroyed. And there's no trickery like with the candles where you can just place it and it'll be fine. If I use a with a skeleton head, then I think it'll look too much like a microphone. I'm not making a recording studio here. Do I have anything else I can stick on the end of a stick that looks like it might do something sciencey without any sort of armor stand magic? Because I don't have access to that. Yeah, I don't think these are going to connect right. I could try one. Dripstone, I'm assuming you have to put on a solid block. And also, it doesn't look very sciencey. That you can only plant on end stone. We know that. Because I watched Grian's latest video. And yeah, the coral, I think, is also very fussy about where you can plant it. Thinking. End crystal? Question mark? I mean, it's creative mode. I can try it out now. Can I stick conduits on anything random? Do you have to place them in water? I don't know. Okay, I think that's probably all the placeable blocks. What? Wolf armor. Okay. I've never actually made wolf armor, so I don't know what it looks like. So yeah, I could put a handle down here, but no, it doesn't reach at all. So much distance. Okay, that's just sort of floating there, which for another purpose might actually look quite cool, but not for what I'm trying to make here. Because that sort of looks like it's dropping into the water, which is not what I want. And then I don't, can I just place that? No, I think I still need the obsidian. Is that going to blow up? Ooh. I don't use these, by the way, so I don't know how close I can get without it causing issues. That is quite big, though. That's possibly bigger than I would like something to be. Also, now I can't get rid of it. Unless I can just delete it as an entity. I don't want to blow up what I've built so far, but that might be what ends up happening. Yeah, it just moves a bit too much as well. So I'm saying no to the end crystal. How do I get rid of this thing without being sad? Yeah, you did blow the dragon egg up. Actually, I could... Let's put hitboxes back on. So Green was pushing them with a piston, wasn't he? But I don't exactly know how that worked. I mean, worst that happens is I blow everything up. And that was sort of on the cards anyway, so... Alright, let's give this a try. Sure. Pour water on it. I don't know if that works on end crystals either. I guess we find out. Okay, so if I stick another block there. Yay! It works. Good job. And that's easier than me trying to nudge it out of the way. Okay. Right, we flooded everything, but that is not a problem because there's nothing that cares about being flooded. Okay. So I think I might just have the lightning rod there. And then on the top, up here is going to be some sort of funnel that is sending whatever signal is generated by the uncorruptor out into the world to get rid of those blocks. I put an end rod here as well. Does that work? Would that do anything? Probably not, no. No. Just stick another skulk block there for the time being. Okay, so that's going to be my ceiling level then. I think 2 block space between the lightning rod and that is good. So the other question is, do I want the ceiling flush with that or one above it? And I guess the answer to that will depend on whether this is an even number or not. Okay, so that we've got 1 space there. So that would be 4, but if I do it so the skulk is hanging out of the ceiling, then it makes it 5, which I think is a nicer size for a window. Yeah, I don't know if I want the ceiling to be a match of the floor, but for the time being, I'm just gonna do that and see how it looks. So my plan is to have some sort of dome on the roof as well, which of course I haven't designed yet. I haven't designed any of this. That might need to wait. I'm not sure how good my dome building skills would be freehand, as demonstrated by the drill that I attempted to do, and then the flat roof that the peaked roof that I attempted to do, which was also terrible. There are just certain shapes which don't really work for me. Anyway. Okay, what size is 1, 2, 3, 4? That's not going to work. Okay, it's actually only 3 because we're filling that in. I don't know if I want glass here or if I want to do something with the terracotta, maybe. Because I was planning to have a band of terracotta going round the roof, potentially. Just to add a bit of colour in and sort of have it themed to the quadrant of the base that it is in. And then one more row of those, and then the glass. This would also get rid of some of the lime green glass that I have in my storage from when I over-generated it. So that is another reason to go for bright coloured windows. Brewing stand. Oh, yeah. That is a good idea. And I should look at chat more frequently than I am. But it's it's tricky when I'm focused on building something. Because, yeah, I'm just looking at where I'm placing blocks rather than chat. But the whole point of doing this on stream is to get some input. So, yes, I will finish placing these and then I shall look at a brewing stand. I was thinking maybe for this I could switch around the yellow and the green, but I'm not sure. You know, change things up a little bit. Don't know if it's even that noticeable. Right, a handy entranceway. Right, brewing stand. Do I need to place a... go away. Do I need to place a brewing stand on anything? Brewing. I mean, even if it doesn't look right here... Ooh, that is kind of cool, actually. I'm wondering if this should go up the other way, though. Oops. Of course I opened it. Sort of annoying that it doesn't quite connect. I'm wondering if I stick it one higher. Yeah, I think the colour is not quite right, so I might go back to the end rod idea with the brewing stand. I was going to say some sort of light source would be useful in here, but hello. I think I've got enough light sources. I really like the bottom view of the brewing stand. It does look like it might be doing something sciencey with whatever's going to be in the water down there. I'm just not sure how to connect it to the skulk. Can't spell iron. Oh my gosh, I can't spell iron. Right. There we go. Let's try. I mean, a chain is just like it's on a chain dangling down, which is not what I want. I want it to be like it is actually connected. I think that might be my favorite so far. The copper, or the lightning rod, the color just isn't right. Whereas I do think that is good. I could also, I guess, if I want to see more of the skulk, I could just knock out some of these blocks and have it dome upwards. So let's finish off the roof. Yep, like that. Or the ceiling, I should say, because this isn't the roof. This is more space in case I decide I want to build a noise machine or something. And then, yeah, I can just cover this up at a higher level. Okay. Yeah, and then that gives it a little bit more depth and you can see more of the skulk rather than it just being flattened off. And yeah, I will be seeing it from down here. I don't know if this is too high, if I should drop this down one. But then I'm gonna run into trouble with ceilings being like, yeah, and you still can't, like, it would have to be right in the floor to be able to actually see into that water stream up there. So, oops, that's not a trapdoor. I swear sometimes my mouse wheel has a mind of its own. Right. So I've got an entrance, I've got some nice walls, which, considering I want a map, maybe not the best idea, but you know I love a good window. I like being able to see outside. So I think with the map in mind, I should get terracotta here so that I can put the map on the inside. The ceiling needs lights like in the labs. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I can do some. So we want the lever. I guess the issue is going to be where to string the lights across. I needed that. What I got here, that's 3, yeah. Can I, how do you stick it? Yeah, like that. So I don't really have it anywhere because this is an odd numbered build. I don't really have anywhere that I could string 2 of those together, but I guess I could put them just central here between each one. Oh, I think I need to place that around there like that, don't I? So that it's not glowing. Yeah. No, other way. Or... okay, I can't really do them as wall lights because then one will have to be flipped. But I was just thinking maybe I could do them like that and then I can fit 2 in. just lights everywhere. Just spamming all of them. There was another, somebody did lights with like copper, not copper, iron trapdoors. It was probably Scar. I think that was one of his Hermitcraft builds. Yeah, I mean, they do have power, and it's not like they go off all the time. It's just occasionally. Yeah, that might not look terrible, actually. So yeah, you can also make them like that, where you've got the lights and then... Although I can't remember what was connecting them to the ceiling. But I think the light was that kind of thing and then maybe chains or something connecting them. But then you've got like the sound dampening. Actually, what it probably was some of these buddies again. Because yeah, you've got the lights, but you've also got some sort of casing. But then if I use the iron fence, then it's the same as that, and I don't think I want that. Anyway, I'm going to leave the etho design, maybe. I don't. It could potentially be. But I just remember Scar had a big warehouse thing where he had those in the ceiling. Possibly season 6, I want to say. Now, I'm going to try and work out how to place terracotta blocks. So that one, I think, is the direction I want, maybe? In that corner. But then possibly that way round could also look good and less like a slice of lime. Yeah, if there's a trick to placing terracotta, I don't know it. Okay. Wait, that is... Yeah, that's... Placing terracotta is always a pain. There's also this one, which just, no matter how you place it, it looks really floral. Okay, so is it the direction that I'm facing when I place it? I don't even know. There are some people that can make art with terracotta, and I have a feeling like I'm not one of those people. It probably doesn't help that I'm working with an uneven number here. Maybe I should just build this to be an even number of blocks wide. Is that going to work? Okay. Right, so I could put just normal concrete. That's wool. That's concrete. I could put normal concrete in these gaps. And then I just need something in the middle. Is there something else that's yellow that isn't terracotta, but still looks interesting? I'm going to say nothing that's currently come up on the search. That's such an odd colour. I guess end stain is yellow. I don't think the mosaic bamboo would be quite right. Oh, what I need is a yellow wood. So I've got that sort of, this, I know it's yellow, but it's doesn't do the right, doesn't have the rings in it. End stain, yeah, end stain is just brick, and also it's a bit the wrong shade. It's a little bit sickly. Nothing is really jumping out at me. I do really like the raw gold block, actually, just as a decorative block. Can't use that because it'll die horribly. Honeycomb is probably too orange. I do really want just a yellow. I can't place the bee nest sideways on, so that's no help. Yeah, I think I'm out of options there. Okay. It's not quite the right shade. I guess because that's got the orange in it. Nope. And those were my two options. Great. Okay. And yeah, I just because yeah, I'm making weird noises again. You'll have to excuse me. Because I can't get in. Help. I'm trapped. That could be a thing. I don't know. It's either round in some way, have a grid pattern for the middle. Yeah. I guess I don't need to go with the color scheme. Like, but it would be nice just to bring a bit more color into the build. I'm just gonna test this out, see if no, it's too much of a browny yellow. Ooh, actually, if I can place it right, that's temporary block. That could work. It's a little bit dark. A little bit darker than I'd like. But it does look kind of cool. Unless I just see what the lime green one looks like. And just, you know, have the yellow be the yellow from... Okay, that's also very dark. Why is the bottom of shulker boxes so dark? I think I liked the yellow one more. Let's have a little comparison side by side over here. Yellow, green. Yeah, I think the yellow will be better because it is dark, but it sort of goes with these darker bits here. Or at least I'll tell myself that. And get some secret storage. Because that's going to be behind... Actually, yeah, that's the question. Can I place a map frame on top of a shulker box? That is the next thing for me to test. Okay. But yeah, if you have any other block ideas, then do feel free to shout out. But I just remembered that shulker boxes are kind of weird. Underneath. Right. Item frame. Can you... Yes, cool. Oh yeah, I forgot that I was... No. Oh dear. There we go. I didn't mean to turn hitboxes on. Okay, so I can place... I think if I open it, it's going to pop off, but that's not an issue. I just won't use that. And then my map can go... I'm assuming you can't just get a map. Well, I guess I can get a map and then just use it. That would work. Can I? In creative mode, actually? I don't know. Yes, cool. Okay. So yeah, obviously this wouldn't be the same map over and over again. It does look very strange. There we go. I can at least fill the corner in. This looks more like some sort of battle tactics or football manager game. But in my actual version, it will of course be sections of corruption that need to be seen to. I guess I should probably put a pressure plate in here and a button just so that I can actually use my door. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Bunch of screws play the same football game. I'm glad it wasn't just me who thought of football when I looked at that. Right. Oh, I was typing the right letter. Pressure plate. And then I also need a button. What colour button shall I use for my science lab? Decisions. Warped, because it's me. That's my favourite colour. Right. Whee! Splat. And then ding dong. Okay. Can I actually get through the door? Probably not. Maybe I should just put a floor here. So, yeah, I want some sort of shape to this. I don't just want it to be a big column. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm doing on the floor yet. So, we shall sort inside first. Yeah. Maybe I'll put a little, like, you know, some seats down here where people can have a drink and enjoy the game on the big screen whilst they're waiting for the uncorruptor to work. Okay, so light-wise, I think probably the little ceiling ones. This is cool, but I think it's just too big for the space. And then the other question is, do I want them all around? Or do I just want a couple, one or two? Take that one off the wall. I probably should put something on the walls in here, but I'm just not sure what. And obviously there's not a whole lot of room to work with here because it is mostly taken up by this thing, and I'm going to put a desk in here as well. Right, one more of these. Don't know why I put my levers away. There we go. The end rods all go round in the same order. For no reason. Oh dear. Did I not use the properly waxed version? Waxed copper stairs. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they're a bit much. Maybe I should put them one closer to the window. And then it won't be quite as busy in the middle. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, lights right by the window. Everybody loves those. Right. Piping going copper rods, fences and walls. Yeah, possibly. Right. Is it actually night or have I frozen time of day? I might have frozen time of day, you know. And then you can go on there. Okay, yep. I think that's good, having them a bit further out from the middle. So, next up, I need a desk in here, which is probably going to be just 3 wide. I guess quartz, smooth quartz is very desk-like. Nice clean science lab. I'm wondering about the polish. Yeah, polished tough. Might give that a try. Definitely not having a pink desk. That's too bright. You have a cool idea. Well, share it then. I need cool ideas for my build. This is very pinky. I'm going to try tough instead. I don't know if it screams desk to me. I'm also not sure about the shape. Maybe I should do it the other way. So it's like a big long... Yeah. I know what I mean. And then... I actually don't know if I have a lever there. No, it doesn't power that. But that's okay. I can put some stuff at the back. Is there one of these? I'm assuming tools and utility. Nope. I'm looking for like crafting blocks. I guess the target block is always handy. Actual crafter looks kind of like it might do something sciencey. Where are all of the other? Oh, no. Functional blocks, probably. Copper rods going into the sculk block. Ooh. Yeah, that could work. Cartography table. Okay. So that would be actual functional. Oops. I guess the cartography table kind of fits because it's got the paper and the wood and everything. Does that have a directionality? I don't think it does, no. Oops, no. Don't go that way. Whoops. Oh dear. Why do I always, oh no, I've broken all my trapdoors. Why do I always forget about trapdoors? And their powering capabilities. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I want some sort of button or lever here. I mean, I guess with the magic of editing, I can do whatever I like. So I don't actually have to have functional button up here. I need some stuff for my desk. Okay, what happens if I power this directly? Okay, it still doesn't affect those. So I could have the button on the copper block. Yeah, let's have some lightning rods. Ah, that's not the way I wanted to place it. I think I probably want it that way, maybe? I don't know, maybe it would look better if it had like a, yeah, so that's more like a little junction or something. Okay. And then, yeah, could maybe replace that with some copper. And then have another lightning rod coming out there and going into something that goes into the wall, maybe? Acacia. Because I can't age. Oh, that's going to connect. Although maybe that's not a terrible thing if it does. Yeah, I can't have any aged lightning rods, obviously, because I'm not on the right version. Hmm. Making thinking noises. I want some way of connecting that back in or around. Yeah, that doesn't connect. I guess I could use glass, of which I have plenty. Oh, that's also going to connect. Don't mind me. I'm dumb. I forget about properties of various things in this game. I think it's maybe just the color that I'm not sure about with that acacia. Do I have anything else? Try the bamboo, try the crimson. We're just getting loads of random fences here. I mean, it will oxidize eventually. Ooh. I could actually, could kind of have one of these for each color thingy. See if that sort of ties things together. That work, or would that just look strange? Also don't know if that should connect to the floor or not. Let me out, thank you. Because what I could also do is have some stuff on the outside that is connected to the stuff on the inside. Potentially. Although I think I want to keep this maybe... that's not even what I wanted to search for. Keep this a bit simpler on the outside and just use chains instead. Maybe. So this level, let's just put it in, is also going to have a like border around it. To sort of cap off the roof. Problem is, it's because of the lack of flat wall space. It's hard to kind of go across with these. Yeah, I don't know how to end that because I don't think I want it just going all the way to the floor. But maybe the stair could work. Yeah, I guess I could like come out like that, but then this doesn't really connect, which is a problem. And I don't have space to like move it up and down and across. Can I? I don't think I can connect over there. I think that would be too far to go. I like the copper. Okay. So yeah, again, this central space is sort of the only point I can put it, because there it's gonna might be a bit too close to the lighting. Wonder if I can get away with a shorter one up here. I didn't want them. I didn't just want to see what the bamboo looks like, but it looks like bamboo, which is not the vibe that I'm going for. I think I will need the acacia to go with the orange stuff. So if I put you up there, and then take this one down, that's still the same height though. I sort of want to put in some variability here. What would... Maybe the last one should start on the floor and work its way upwards. I'm just trying stuff out, seeing if anything sticks. And then we could have one like that goes into an acacia stair. Oops. Crunch, crunch. I don't know if it looks like anything, but it does fill the space up a bit. So I think I do want to maybe see if I can get some amethyst going on in here. Although maybe I should save that for the purple one. So I've got this. This is sort of the yellow and green side. And then the other side is going to be the purple side. Purple and teal. So maybe the amethyst, if I knew where it was, would be better save for that. But then again, like all this internal stuff is going to be the same. What other sciencey bits can I get? What do you call it? Respawn anchor? That could be fun. Just sitting there waiting to be punched. Okay, I can't have a beacon because I've been slacking and I haven't killed a wither yet. Can I do anything fun with signs? Probably not, is my answer there. Oops. I need some way to join it in the corner. And I'm guessing the fence post won't actually connect to it. Why would it? That would be silly. Yeah. Okay. No, I can't put a sign down there. Oop, go away. Can I place those, like, no. Yes, but no. Stop typing. I guess what I could do is the sort of like ASCII art on here. Let's have some more signs. If in doubt, add more signs. Ah, stop typing on the signs. It's definitely colourful. I don't know if it's sciencey, but it's colourful. Can I put a pressure plate? Yes, I can, if I wanted to. Don't know if that would serve any purpose. But really none of this serves any purpose, so... I guess what it does is mellow it out a little bit. So if I don't want it to be quite as bright with the top of those. Slowly drifting away from Science Lab vibes, yeah. I'll save that for when I do a fate or something. Okay. Oh, I mean, I guess just like actual redstone sort of has science vibes. No, not that way. Not that way. Thank you. Yep. Love it. Although this should have some sort of, not just a redstone torch. More thinking noises. What am I trying to do here? That is a good question. Ah, I can't put anything there because of that. I mean, whatever I have here, I can just power from underneath, basically. Because downstairs is going to be some room where I can put just random redstone things. Ah, go away. I'll think about that. Oops, I didn't mean to leave that sign there. There we go. Okay. So that is not going to look quite like that. Yeah, not sure about this desk. Not sure it looks lab-like enough. But I definitely want something here. As a like little control console. I don't know what that should be. Yeah, I'm not sure about all the wood ones. I guess the... not like that. The crafter is kind of fun because it's got those which kind of look like they could be buttons. So that's quite nice. I do need a big red button because I put that on my schematic. So I do need to add a big red button. It's not as red as I would like it. Yeah. Could have a little piston table. I think really anything goes as long as it... Oh, actually, if I put that one down one level... then you'll just be able to see the top of the piston. And it would actually be an appropriate height for a table. I'm working on it. I guess this is the problem with delay. Yeah, there we go, in the ground. Okay. Um... Yeah, I like the decoration. They're not industrial enough. But I can't just fill everything full of observers. Do you like a daylight sensor though? Oh, but it only goes on the floor. Oops. Why did you power? That's so weird. It must be some weird update thing going. You can't even see the sky. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. That is not working as intended, or as I was intending it to. What can I do about this desk? Blocks, blocks, blocks. Smooth stone. Love some smooth stone. Need smooth stone for my world. So I can't touch that if I put that there, because it will just trigger all my trapdoors for no reason. When I destroy it, it's bizarre. It's something about the block update's not happening. Oh dear. Yeah. Pick up the right thing. Put it in my action bar. Right. No. Oh, I can't add a calibrated skulk sensor because I don't have access to any skulk sensors. I've already checked out the only bit of deep dark that I have. And it is, yeah. It ain't right. Right. There's a logic to what I'm about to do. So, don't worry, this is temporary. Okay. So that's ticking away. That would be nice. I would like to trigger that effect at some point. But what I want to know is if I put my crafter here, don't worry about the way it's facing. Can I get it to do that without triggering all the trapdoors? Oh gosh. Oh dear, I've made a noise machine. Right. Okay, so the answer is yes, I can trigger a crafter without it triggering the trapdoors. Apologies for all of the iron flapping. Okay, so I could put my crafter down that way. And then I can have my desk across here. But yeah, calibrated skulk sensor is unfortunately a no-go at this current point in time. Iron trapdoor. I don't know if that's going to cause me problems later. But for now, it's kind of cute. I think, unless I have another idea. I just did have another idea, which involves grey wool. Or white wool. I'm not sure. And string. But it's fine because the string is down below and we won't actually see it. Right. Grey carpet, very grey. I think maybe I will stick to the smooth stone because it sort of blends in better with that. And also I like it being on the same level. Amethyst clusters on the table. Sciencey crystals. I'm down for sciencey crystals. But yes, unfortunately, I can't get the calibrated Skog sensor going. Natural blocks. And next size is what. Next question is what size of amethyst cluster do I want? This just looks like I'm experimenting on growth stages of amethyst. I think these ones are too small. But maybe that... Oops, not there. Not there. There. Okay. Maybe that one. And then I just need to remember not to trigger this piston. Looks like an ironing board. Wow. Harsh. I mean, good if I ever decide to do a domestic scene, but we're not ironing anything in my science lab. Do I want some alien flora? Can you put torch flowers in pots? What's that? Is that bedrock? Yeah. Creative menu confusing me. Pot. Hoot. No, pot. There we go. Decorated pot. I wonder if there's a sciencey... oops. Yay. I think that's a bit big. Do I mean, that is just decorative. You know, scientists are allowed to have fun as well. Maybe I'm studying it. Alien life form. Anyway, science crystals. What can I put on my desk? That would look like I might be researching it. Flower poots. Hello? I mean, I do like some candles. I wish you could mix candles. That would be so good. But I think they are just going to look like candles if I put them down. Which is what they are, so it would make sense. Can I just stick these on the floor? No. Can I stick them in a pot? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks weirder. So that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, this kind of does... Oh, it'd be so nice if you could mix them up. They do really just look like candles. Also, I guess it depends on how this is oriented in my world, which is actually... Yeah, northwest. So the door for this thing is actually going to be down here. So it would be that way up, which could look like pens on a desk. Yeah, it does look more alien. It's staying. I like it. So yeah, possibly I could get away on the green and yellow side. They're just not bright enough. With having some green candles maybe back here to look like pens. Potentially. Sea pickles. I guess I could also just go the item frame route. Sea pickles as speakers, just as I put one down. Yep. Although I don't know if I'd want them like right on the desk. Oh, can I? Okay, I can stack them. Okay, yeah, so I could have... Yeah, that would be an option. I could put another table back here maybe with something, either the sea pickles or the candles. Maybe the sea pickles would make more sense. I could also do item frames with some stuff in it if I wanted to. Oh, if only I had shelves and then I could do the banners like flipping on and off inside them. That would be so good, but I don't have those yet. Unfortunately. Can I only put that on moss? Is another question. Don't want any roots. That's too far into the organic side of things. Not having any cobwebs because this is a pristine, clean environment. Oh! I don't know if that's just a creative thing. Or if I can place that down but it won't hatch. Unless it's on moss. Because that could be cool. We could have a giant sniffer egg. It's very big. That is a very large thing. I don't know if I like the scaffolding as a little table or not. I don't think it's got the science vibes that I'm going for. So I think if I have a table, it'll probably be another piston table. Which I guess I could just do with a retracted piston. Stop it. For demonstration purposes. Interesting. I'm going to have to test that out in like normal Minecraft rather than creative. Because I don't know if you can just put those wherever you like. But that could be cool. I could have a sniffer egg. Is there anything I can put on the sniffer egg? No. Well, I can't put those on the sniffer egg. Just wondering if I can make it look weirder. Candles again. Okay, I'm assuming I can't place the candles on here. They can also hatch on grass. Oh, I can put the candles on there. I mean, it certainly looks like something. Maybe red or green, like the dark green. Well, I'm just messing around. Yeah, I guess I need to check that it doesn't hatch, because what I don't want is an actual sniffer in here. We are not having, you know, breach of containment protocol. Wrong colour, but I think the red candle. A couple of red candles? 3 red candles? Just makes it look strange, which is what I'm going for, I think. And I can't, like, you won't even see that much of that unless you do a full walk round. Yeah, I just want, like, odd things in here, basically. Right, I'm gonna switch this up. Not like that. Like that. So that I can actually use that button. And it can trigger something downstairs to happen. Okay, I think that's probably enough interior decorating for the time being. If you have any other ideas of just like weird little things that I could potentially add in here, then feel free to let me know. But yeah, it has to be 1.21.1. I think that's what I'm on. But this is progress towards being able to upgrade. So soon. I guess lodestones kind of look like something. They look like lodestones. I want a lodestone table for that. Ooh. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Right. I keep looking through this, hoping that something's going to jump out at me. I don't know if it will. Spawner. I'll just completely change up my idea so that I can build this around a mob spawner. That'd be great. Maybe I'll stick a daylight sensor in here somewhere. They always look suitably sciencey. Sadly, don't have a recovery compass because that would look good on the wall. Have some discs, some music discs, like the data storage. You won't remember that because you're young. But when I was young, I used to go to my dad's work and they still had these like giant cupboard-sized computers that had great big tape reels that ran them. So maybe I could do... I don't know if I can like fit it in. But like... Oh, where did you go? Something that looks like a great big machine with a record on the front as the tape that's running it. Maybe. That's one to think about. Right. But now... I do need a roof, which is going to be some sort of dome, which I don't think I'll be capable of building. I don't know what colour I want it to be. I do like the cyan terracotta, but I don't have a good way of getting hold of it. Here's the problem. I think... So this is going to be very bad because it's me building freehand. So make some allowances for that. I'm just trying to get a vague idea of a shape. And somehow it's wrong. Of course. How? Oh, okay. It's not wrong. So that's going to be some sort of dome. It just looks bizarre. It'll be some sort of dome that I find online, so it actually looks like a dome and not whatever this jankiness is. And then on top, send your fair share of old technology. Okay, I shall let you off then. I was just considering that I was a little nipper when I saw that. I wasn't sure if you'd still or like have any awareness of that. I mean, at least everyone knows what a floppy disk looks like because of the save icons on everything. So yeah, on top, while I'm getting distracted, which I think I will work on maybe a bit later, I want to try and build some sort of cone coming up out of this. I'm going to use green glass. I don't know if that is the best thing to use. Probably not. But yeah, I want... This is going to look absolutely terrible. Because I'm trying to build out of glass off on weird angles. But yeah, I want some sort of like cone coming out of here. I think this is going to be impossible to show you what I mean in glass panes. It just gets worse. The more I do, the worse it gets. Okay. Why are shapes so hard to do when all you're working with is squares? Right. Let's try some blocks of glass instead. So yeah, if that's the door, this is going to be sort of the corner of the world border. So I want some sort of like, this isn't looking any better because all I've done is swap for a full block. But yeah, I want some sort of cone coming out here that's like channeling whatever signal is being produced over in that direction. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. And make it not look absolutely terrible like this does. But yeah, that's the aim for the roof anyway. which I have no idea how I'm going to achieve. So yeah, in my head, there's sort of, yeah, just some sort of cone coming out from the roof pointing into this corner, which is amplifying the signal that's generated by the uncorruptor. But I think I will need to look at a lot of reference images and inspiration to actually get some sort of shape going for that. Freehanding it is definitely not. It sort of looks like a child's drawing of smoke at the moment out of a chimney. So instead, what I'm going to work on, I'm going to forget that that bit exists, is the supports for this building, because it's out in the ocean. So either I could have some sort of basically support struts for it, which go down to an unspecified level in the ocean floor. Or I was thinking maybe I just build some sort of like flotation device underneath. So that's my idea for little leggies. And then that would probably be the water level down there. And then this is raised up. And I can have a little dome bit under here to hide any redstone that I stick in. And a caravan from 2001, even far back from the 1980s, 90s, in a VHS player, phones with the giant round dials on the front. Ah, you have indeed seen some old technology then. Both of my grandparents had dial phones, and one of them had the one where like the earpiece and the mouthpiece are separate bits, which was like super old even when I was a kid. So yeah, that would be what the little leggies would look like. And then, yeah, the other option is to have a like flotation device, which I think if I did that, I would probably build out a bit just in the like base color. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, one more. Like rocket etho design. Maybe I should watch early early etho stuff. Apparently that's what I'm channeling without even knowing it. I mean, I think part of the problem is because I've only got into Minecraft in the last 4 or 5 years. 4 years? 5 years? I missed all the like early Minecraft styles of building, so I'm sort of discovering them now for myself. But of course, everyone else has already seen those like 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, so sort of build out like that, and then this would be my flotation device. So I go like nice bright color around the corners. Maybe not like that. Maybe, yeah, cutting the corners instead. Oh, I guess that answers my question. Because it's starting to hatch. Bad sniffer. Bad sniffer, no hatching. So yeah, some sort of like safety border on it, and then this would just come down in a bigger dome as the like flotation raft that's holding the whole building up. I have no idea how big a flotation device would need to be to hold a building. But it's got to be potentially possible, right? You get pretty big ships. Yeah, so again, we'd just have a dome underneath, but it would be a bigger dome. Giant life jacket. Yeah. Do you mean like around here? So just give it some little floaty wings around the window so it doesn't drown. If that fails. So yeah, I think, I mean, this is obviously not a very good dome down here because I don't know how to build one. I just sort of want to give an idea of what it might look like. So yeah, then the water level would be here. So I need to do some clearing out of water if I did this. Rubber duck floaty. Oh, that would be cute. That would be cute. Let's do, if I was Skiz on Guess the Build, how would I build a rubber duck floaty? It needs a little beak, and then it needs some eyes. I actually want the polished blackstone button. This is a serious project. Serious build. Okay, yeah, so I don't know which one I prefer. Maybe if I put some water in this one without flooding absolutely everything. That might help me decide. Pool noodles. It is not actually. You're not actually doing the rubber ducky and the life jacket and the pool noodles. Right. I should probably do this with a fill command. That might go a little bit quicker. It is a serious scientific endeavor. It is not a kid at a pool. This is a serious channel where I do serious Minecraft things. Right. Blue glass. Blue stained glass. Oh dear. These things you make me do. Okay, and then I need some water buckets. I've forgotten if I can fill stuff, like, from the top. Not like that, I can't. I mean, I guess it's free water, right? It doesn't matter if it connects or not, really. Because there's always more buckets where that came from. Oops, not there. Not there. I just told you no. Down there, thank you. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to connect in together, which is a bit annoying. That one did. I'm just spamming water now. I probably could have done a replace with water, but that seems like it could go horribly wrong. Right. Are you happy? Not really, but oh well. Close enough, I feel. Oops. Sprung a leak in our paddling pool. We'll just ignore what that water's doing. So yeah, either I have the flotation device. Can I actually get out of the water though? Is the question with this. Not if I do it like that. Okay, I think that's too high. I don't know if I'm in a boat. Oh dear, the sniffer's hatched. Yep, okay, at least I found out before I did it in my world. So no sniffer for that. Where do boats live? Are boats not functional blocks, tools and utilities? Yeah, okay. Okay, so can I get... Oops. There's a water flow. Okay, so I can stand on the boat and then get up here. So that's all right. Because yeah, the other option is that I do some sort of legs, which go down into the water. I want them a little fatter than just a 1 block wide, I feel. And then I can have ladders going up the front. I think it lacks the gravity that I want to bring to this build, though. If it's got a little duck face. I mean, I could build this version and you and I will both know what it could have been without the duck. Like, I'll build it without the duck face, but we'll both know that it could have had a duck face on there. Yeah, I think I like it a little less busy with the block changes down here. So yeah, flotation device versus legs which disappear into the ground or into the ocean. Because it's not like shallow water where I'm building them either, of course. I'm just thinking about banners. I don't know if I could give this some sort of appropriate sciencey name and then, or like acronym. Scientists love acronyms. And then have it on banners up above the door. I mean, we've got an uncorruptor in there. So we need a U. But I don't know. Don't know what else. I'm not good at coming up with names for things. I think the legs work better. Okay. Yeah, I think the thing that put me off those is just like, do I just build them straight down into the ocean forever and ever and ever? Do you want to come out? Hello, little sniffer. Can you get out of there? Yeah, buddy. So you don't want to be a science experiment? That's fine. You just wander around forever in my creative testing world. I think it's stuck. Or it might just wander off the side. Whee! Okay. I don't know where it's going. But it's getting there slowly. Yeah, some sort of name. Maybe with the green on either side and the yellow in the middle. Just because... don't know, actually. Maybe that's too much green. Yeah. I will see if I can think of some sort of 3-letter acronym for my uncorruptor. Unk. So that's what you like to... Okay, I shall do leggies then. And yeah, this will have some structure to it as well. So it looks a bit sort of spindly there where it's just one layer, but this will actually be some sort of dome going underneath above the water. That also makes it easier to build because this one, the redstone that I want to put underneath would be submerged, so I'd have to clear all that water out first. Whereas if I do legs for it, then I can just have the dome above water. And that makes it easier to build. I don't think I want to do the dome in the same colour as the trim though. But I don't know what colour I want to do it in. Let's do some testing. Because I could do more white. Maybe. Foundation chunk up uncorruptor. Yeah, FCC. Isn't that some sort of finance thing? I shall have to do a web search on the acronym just to make sure that I'm not inadvertently doing anything that's rude. But yeah, I'm pretty sure FCC is some sort of American financial thingy. Yeah, so I could do the white, or I could try a different colour down here. Oh. Reading is hard, okay? When you're trying to build at the same time. FCU. Yeah, as long as I don't need any K's in there, I guess I could. I don't know. This side it looks weird because it's like the ring is just like holding it up. But I'm not convinced about the light grey concrete either. Grey wall. I just want something that's a little different. A little different to this border bit. Maybe. Maybe the wall would work. I think I like the wall more than I like the concrete. It gives it a definite, like, this is the building, this is underneath the building. Whereas, yeah, that looks more like it's a whole thing. I probably wouldn't, I'd probably want it to come down like that as well. Rather than being going down two and then going inwards. But that will also depend on what sort of dome I generate. Yeah, because it's different enough from this that it doesn't all blend together, but it's clearly distinct from the main build as well. Yeah, definitely not the white. Yeah. That, oh, I can always, yeah, I can move that lever around if I need to, if I'm placing wool on there. My other idea was like green concrete, but I think that's just going to be too much. No, stop it. Yeah, I can just put, oops, break that. Mustn't do that in my real build. That would make me sad. Yeah, I think it's not terrible, but I think I like the wool better still. Just, it gives it some texture and stuff. Yeah, there's already too much white and it just, yeah, it just makes it look weird. Yeah, I'm still like, the wool is good. Just similar color, little bit of different texture in there. That I don't think I want to use wool for the reef though, so I still need to decide what I want to make the reef out of. But I think that's good for the base. And then yeah, I can have these support pillars being made out of grey concrete, and then I can just have loads of those. Or like I can make them go really deep down. Because the temptation is to try and find something with a stair that I could use, but the problem is these all have they've got a lot of what's the word that I'm looking for? Decoration, sort of busyness to them. You know, whichever one I use, even if I try and go for a plain one, it's still got some level. Oops, I did not mean to pick up all those buttons. It's still got some level of pattern to it. The roof can be deep slate. I do like deep slate for a roof, yeah. I mean, I guess deep slate pillars could work again, but I kind of like the continuation of that ring as well. Yeah, that's definitely not it. No. So yeah, I will just have the grey concrete, I think, for that. And then, yeah, probably the polished deep slate for the roof, because I do like that. As a block. And again, I don't know what the roof is going to look like because I need to look up some sort of dome thing for it so that it actually ends up looking the shape that I want it to, rather than whatever monstrosity I will create on my own. Yeah, that could work. I was also thinking actually, up here, before I get into the actual roof, is to have another row of terracotta maybe. But I think I will run into the orientation issue again. So have this probably set quite a way back. Oops, go out like that. And then have another layer of concrete coming out. And maybe also put some iron trapdoors in there. Yeah. Yeah, it would be good to have a block which has stair and slab varieties for the roof. You're right. So yeah, have those up there, and then maybe trapdoors if I can find them. And I will also need power sources. Yeah, I don't know if these need covering up. I probably would try and do some sort of pattern if I didn't cover them up. But also, I could just do that there. Maybe that's too white. Because also, like, I won't be flying up at this level, of course. I'll always be down here. So I'd only get the barest glint of it as I'm, like, riding in anyway. So I think that would be too much. I probably want some sort of lighting up here so you can actually see it. So do I want glow lichen or do I want end rods and then actually have it as like part of the design? Because I could just stick end rods around here and that should provide enough light, I think. Maybe. Frog lights instead of glazed terracotta. Yeah, that is not a bad shout. And then I don't need the end rods. Because the end rods look a bit weird. Okay, so I need my frog lights. I wish there was a teal frog light. Because at the moment... I want the colours going with... to sort of match the quadrant, as I said. But there is no teal frog light. I could just do pearlescent frog lights. Because, as I said, it's not like I'm going to see it all that easily. These are so pretty. Do you have a plan for your frog lights on the server? Or did you just want to make a farm because they're a nice block? Yeah, that's good. Okay. So I could just do a purple ring for the other one. Yep, and then dome will come up here and we'll have some sort of... Maybe I'll do, if I can get it working, I'll have some sort of cone. Maybe it will just be some sort of like ray gun type thing. Let's build a little ray gun. This is going to be the worst gun ever. Pew pew. I was thinking of glass, but glass doesn't work because it doesn't go sideways on. So it would need to be like a copper rod or something. Which I guess would tie in with the other copper that I'm using. Lightning rod. I don't know why I keep calling them copper rods. Pew. I just have to wait and see what the plan is. No. It looks... Yeah, that's... No. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing on the top, but there will be something... Maybe there'll be nothing on the top if I can't work it out. But hopefully there will be something on the top that's kind of like giving off whatever is produced downstairs that powers the uncorruptor. Maybe I need to have a look at like observatory builds and just, you know, where the telescope is, that'll just be dish antenna thing. Yeah, actually. Yeah, that could work. I definitely can't freestyle one of those, but there will be plenty of examples online that I can use for inspiration. It just needs to be, because this is, like, by my standard, it's a fairly big build, but it's actually not that big. So I guess I just need to find a dish that is a suitable scale to go with this. Oh dear. Killed that. Well, didn't kill that. It wandered off on its own. So yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. And and that's actually pretty good on time as well. So yeah, I didn't try the variation, but the other one is basically just wherever the yellow and green is going to be teal and purple instead. Probably I'll do the purple terracotta here and then the teal shulker box, only because this looks too much like a creeper face to do anything with. And also I guess that makes sense if I'm using the pearlescent frog lights up here, that sort of purple is the primary colour for the build. But yeah, the basic idea of it is going to be very similar. So yeah, I think we've made pretty good progress. Thank you for all of your advice and help. That was the main idea of doing this on a stream. But sadly, it is the end of the stream time. So there goes my little outro screen. So yeah, the next time you see this will be in an episode where I'm uncorrupting my world and upgrading to the latest patch. Very Etho-esque. I shall take that as a compliment, considering how successful Etho is. Yeah, I wanted something sciencey. I think we've achieved something sciencey. So yeah, next time you see this, it will be in a video. It won't be the next video, because that's already in progress of being edited. But I will just say soon I will be building the uncorruptor for real and making an episode where I can actually upgrade things, expand the world border, upgrade the game version. I'm excited about that because there's so much new stuff that I want to try out. I even designed myself a little copper golem storage thing. Okay, that's all the iron blocks. That's because my iron farm is producing a lot now that I've filled in all the villagers, so I've got to find something to do with them. And they're sort of sciencey. But anyway, that's all for today. Wednesday, I shall be back doing Dyson Sphere program, fighting the fog and expanding my factories. And then next Monday, I shall be doing something Foundation related. Probably in the actual real world rather than creative testing. But I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing yet. But yeah, thanks for watching. And I shall catch you next time. Goodbye.